Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
You were in an earlier episode. I think it was like 9 months ago or something.
Yeah, I think more than half a year ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Already.
Time goes fast.
Yeah, time goes fast. So for the people who didn't saw the episode, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. So my name is Arash. I'm an entrepreneur from the Netherlands, and currently I'm working on a project called Mooguul, and Crypto Gids is one of our partners in Mooguul, and Mooguul is a crypto payment card. We work together with Visa, MasterCard, and we try to make it more easier and accessible for people to use their cryptos as a payment to pay with and as a payment way. And that's what we do, actually. Yeah.
Sounds very good.
Thank you.
That's why I already partnered with you
Yes.
quite some time ago. I think it's a really good project and something we should definitely promote in the coming months. What changed since 6 to 9 months ago?
Well, a lot. Let's start with that. No, I think 6 months ago, we were just setting things up. We had an amazing idea how we want to do it, Mooguul. So it's first of all, we would start with a virtual card, and later we will go to a physical card, and that was actually our plan to do it. And in the past 6 months, obviously this was not our plan to make it go this long. We were planning actually to go live sooner. But as you know, in business, especially in crypto, every time when you think you're ready, something new can be done better. And that's what we did. We really took the time to actually time it well also, because I think the market was booming at that point. So introducing something like this will go faded in between all the things that were going so great. But I think now the market, the way it is, it has cooled down a little. Yeah. The excitement, the real big excitement is already a little out. So what we have added now in the last 6 months, obviously we're going to do a very nice launch for the card that we are planning to do in Dubai and in Bangkok, but I will come to that later. And we have added 2 extra features. One of it is that people can earn money by referring us to their friends and family. So if they can help us grow Mooguul as a community, they can make money out of that. That's the first big thing that we have added.
Nice.
Yes, and the second thing that we have added is that we will have the possibility to give people also IBAN, so that they can have a bank number that's connected with their Mooguul card, and every time when they want to, let's say if they want to spend their cryptos directly, they can use the card, but if they want to get it back to fiat, they can just do it within our platform. They don't need an exchange from outside, and I think that's a very big USP for us, that we can make it easier for people to use their cryptos.
Yeah, absolutely, especially from a regulatory point of view.
Yes.
Yeah, some people still have to pay their rent or their mortgage from their normal banks. So
yes,
I think this is a real important added feature too if you want to grow a real big community.
Yes.
Obviously, you can go crypto solo and go for the real crypto people, but I think that the large community, the mainstream people, really are with Revolut now and Wise, and those kind of systems don't really work with crypto yet.
No, they're not as crypto friendly as you hope. Obviously, they're doing their best. Yeah. I think they have done a phenomenal job, but the way we want to do it is slightly different. Yeah. Like our focus will still be crypto using as a payment, so that's like our main focus.
Absolutely.
But an additional thing what we have added is just for people like you just mentioned.
Yeah, the Ramba.
Yeah, exactly. So people who just want to make a payment through fiat, they can also do that. So I think that's a big win. And also one of the things that we have added is, like, usually when you use a prepaid card, it cannot be used everywhere. Like sometimes when you want to rent a car, you cannot use that because it's a prepaid credit card. Yeah, actually that's how it is. But this license that we have now, it's exactly the license that also allows you to do actually everything that you can usually do with a credit card. So you cannot see the difference between our card and a normal credit card. No. The only difference is, of course, you need to have crypto on your card. Yeah, so you cannot take credit out.
No, of course.
Yeah. But the way you use it and the usability, the simplicity, it's exactly the same. And that's a big win. And we hope with this new announcements that we just made, and also the coming weeks with the launch and everything that's coming, that we can help a lot of people to actually the ones that made good gains in the last period, if they want to spend their money on an easier way, so not with an exchange in between, not with a bank in between, that they can use our card to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a real added value for people. And in my personal opinion, the real bull market is still coming. So after
Definitely. I think what we have seen now in the past few weeks, let's say in 2024, from the start of this year, this was something that we all expected, obviously. Yeah, so that's everything expected. Everyone expected this. Also, the price of Bitcoin is actually the price that everybody is looking at to actually say if we are in a bull market or not. And the Bitcoin price went up. We saw a new all-time high, what we didn't have the last time when we were speaking. Yeah. Actually, we didn't know if it's going to happen or not, because back then I think crypto was 29, 28, something in that range. And even then we were speaking, we said, like, you should buy.
Absolutely.
It's always. And now we are up to 60 again, and it was 74, 75. So I think the real bull market always comes a few months, maybe even a year after the halving of the Bitcoin.
Yes.
We have had the halving now, and people just need to be patient. Like you see it every time in every bull market. Again, people are excited because the market is going up, but you need to be also excited when the market cools down, because that's another opportunity, if you're really a believer, to
Absolutely.
step in and to make take good positions in.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and it's not healthy if the market keeps going up.
Yes. And that's what you also see, like recently with in the stock market. I'm also following the stock market. Nvidia had a cool down, and everybody was in shock, like, oh my God, they lost 500 billion in 2 weeks or in 1 week. I'm like, but that's very normal. Their valuation, like their market cap, their market value was more than 3 trillion. Is it normal to cool down a little? Of course it is. And the same is with crypto. And unfortunately, or fortunately, it depends on how you look at it. When crypto cools down, it cools down suddenly, and it goes down very hard.
Yeah.
You know? And that's something that people need to deal with and need to understand the cycles. But what we have done now with Mooguul is we just want to make it easier for people to use their cryptos as well. Because now in the last few years with the regulatories and everything, the banks, the exchanges have become very tough to buy and sell crypto with. And we just try to make it in an easier way so that people can skip 1 or 2 things that they actually need to do. So usually when you want to sell your cryptos, first you need to, if you have it on your wallet, you need to put it on exchange. From exchange, you need to put it on the bank. And from the bank, you can use it to pay for things.
Yes.
And what we do now is you just have it on your wallet. You put it on our system, on our platform. And with that, you can only make the payments.
I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Now you're mentioning this. Can they put it in one currency, or can they put it on their card in various currencies?
Yes, you can do various currencies. You can check our Instagram and our website to see which currencies you can, but we can actually do all the big ones. Like there are more than 50 that we can do. My personal favorite way to do it is just put USDT, because I'm then in charge for which price how much money I've put on the card. So the market doesn't determine how much I have on my card. So imagine if you put Bitcoins and the Bitcoin price goes down, then you suddenly have less on your card. But if you can put it in USDT, that's the easiest way and my favorite way to do it.
You're looking at a good exit point. Then you're looking at like, for example, now Bitcoin is high.
Yes.
I sell it. I take my USDT and I put it on my card.
Yes, exactly. That's how you could do it. Yeah, definitely. Yes. And it's a very easy way, because with doing it in this way, you always have control about what happens, and you also bypass one exchange and a bank. Yeah. And that makes it easier for you to spend it. Yeah. Absolutely. And we are backed, like our system is working with Visa and MasterCard. So everywhere on the world where they accept Visa or MasterCard, you can just use this card and pay with it. And that makes it a very beautiful and easy way. So one thing I also need to add, we are not the first. Obviously, there are many cards like this. But I do believe that what we have, the ways that we have put things together, like the building blocks that we have used currently, is a very nice way to be part of our community, because we will add many more things for the people in the community to make it more valuable. So it's not only a card that you use for your cryptos. It's going to be a real community where we add more things that people can use. Yes.
I think the biggest difference is already what you keep saying. the community. I think because this is the Mooguul is the main focus is the card. The other ones have the card as a byproduct.
Yes.
So that's different.
Yes.
So I think Mooguul focuses on the community, and the community builds the cards. The community gets more incentives, rewards. Yes. So I think I think it's the best way to grow.
Yeah, I think that we are a real payment provider. That's the only thing we do.
Yeah.
We don't deal with all the other things. We are not an exchange. We are not a crypto coin. We are not none of that. It's not that those things are bad, but our focus is not that. So our focus mainly is just being a payment provider and making sure that the experience for people to use their cryptos as payments is as easy as possible. So one of the things that we have added also, that's also one thing that I almost forgot to tell you, the customer service that we will have is a 24/7 customer service in English by phone. So people can just call us, our call centers, and they can have answers by phone. Because one of the things that we see also, and I've been dealing with this myself, is a lot of these online payment providers, they only have a chat.
Really impersonal.
Yeah, and
or AI.
Or AI or anything, yeah. So we try to make a difference within this, because that's also an investment from us. But I think that from the start, we have always said the customer journey is the most important thing for us.
Yeah.
Like there are, like you can compare it with cars, and you have some cars, they're driving very well, but you have other cars, they look nice, but if you drive it, they're not as nice as you hope. Yeah. So we are really, really focusing on the experience of users to have a good looking card. Like it's okay, but it doesn't matter how the card looks, as long as it drives well, as long as it works well. So that's one thing we do, and everything we do is out of personal experience. Like I've been in the crypto space for almost 10 years now. I've seen a lot of projects, a lot of cards, and I've used them also. And I think that we have used our personal experience, put all the good things in the card and take all the bad things out of the card as much as possible, of course. Some bad things you cannot take out. Some rules and regulators you always need to apply to. But the way we have put it in together now, I can really say that I'm sitting here as a proud man, waiting for the launch.
Yeah.
Very impatient.
Tell me more about the launch.
Yeah,
Tell me something about Dubai and Bangkok.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to do a soft launch first. Soft launch means so whenever our systems are ready and whenever we can use the cards, we will roll that out. So people can just follow us on our Instagram or our website to see how the rollout will be. But it's just a very easy rollout. You will see like from this date, and that's going to be in July, this next month. Let's say from July 20th, people can use the card, they can order the card. We have a lot of pre-orders we already had, so those people would get messages from us how they can activate their cards. From the moment of activation or from the moment of purchase, people can start using it. But we want to do a really good first actually community gathering, and we call it the launch, the big launch. First one is going to be in Dubai, and second one is going to be in Bangkok. So we have a very nice surprise for people who are going to buy these cards, because we will, I cannot say a lot about this because our team is still working on the details, but definitely we will invite some people to come on our cost to Dubai and to the Bangkok event, and they will have a bigger surprise there. So them coming is not a surprise. That's something I can tell. But the reason why they will come, there is a surprise in that, and I think everybody's going to really like it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's something that we really will do. And one thing that we also will do, we are already having talks with some influencers. And we just want to give them the card, like send them from wherever they are. Let's say someone is flying from France. We will send them a Mooguul card from France, and they can just pay for everything from their start of their journey until they get to our event and back.
Wow.
And they can see how easy it is to use it. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's those are the things that we are.
Can everybody apply for this, or does everybody make a chance for the?
Yeah, so everybody, obviously, you need to do some things like the usual things that you need to do for giveaways and for winner.
That's normal.
Yeah, but no, everybody can, and like I said, our team is working now to see what's the most fair way to do, and in which way we can do it, like the most honest thing, like my brother told me, like, let me win, so that we don't get those kind of situations. But it's going to be something nice. And just to add, the events that we are talking about, the launch events, are going to be end of this year. So November, December, around those dates, the launch is going to be. Okay. Yeah, because going to the Middle East at this moment is not really recommendable.
And it's good to launch it in a soft launch first, then gathering everybody, going all at once. Yeah. Now you can still...
Yeah, so we are very excited about the launches, but first step is the soft launch that we are looking forward to now to have it next week. In the next month. The exact dates, as I said, will be followed, but it's going to be a very exciting thing for us, also for you guys, for believing in us, being with us from the start. You know? Also, the way we met, it has been a crazy and incredible story. We have built a really, really good friendship, doing things outside of Mooguul together, and I really appreciate you for that. But I think the best thing for us, for all this long months of waiting, is finally there. Next month we can finally
start promoting a real good product.
Yes, and I hope at the end that when we look back at this in a year, that we can be really proud of the way we have done it and the vision that we had collectively, that we can see that vision is alive and that vision, people are living those visions. And I think that's the best thing to do.
What you did with the first part was the hardest part.
Yes.
So the second part will be easy.
So one thing that we just spoke before we started, like with everything, especially in crypto, when you think it's going to be easy, brother, it's not going to be easy.
There was never one project in crypto that went
has easy. Never been, and it will never be. And also this one, like from the start, the way it went very easily for me. I was like, oh, wow, okay, we can do this and that. And, and all the people, the partners, everybody joined. And I was like, okay, I have had the hardest part. But the hardest part was actually in the past few months. Yes. And we learned a lot from it. And one thing I always say, if it was easy, everybody would do it. That's why it's not easy. But at the end, it will be worth it. And I hope that whenever we have launched it and everything is been done, that we can look at something that we can be really proud of. And I
think we can. I think the community will grow, and then you see the real vision. You see the vision coming alive.
Yes.
When you see the community grow, and you see the rewards coming, and the whole next ideas.
And I'm looking really forward to what's coming in the couple of years. Because now, if you look at the markets are getting, regulators are getting more and more involved.
Yep.
And that makes it, in my opinion, more stable.
Absolutely.
Because you will not have the high shakedowns, shakeups. But it also means that you really, really need to do more your best than before. Like now, every week, more than 1,000 crypto projects are going live. How can you know which one is the best one? Which one is the good one?
It's going to be hard. It's hard from now on. Yeah.
It's very hard. It's very hard, And the only way that those good crypto projects can survive and can be here in the next few years is just making sure that the foundation is laid down very well. And one thing that I learned from the past few months is that we were really, obviously I was thinking about the foundation, but I thought we have the foundation ready now. We can go to the next step. But no. The foundation was not ready, and maybe the foundation was ready for the first or second year to just go. But after that, we will see sinkholes, we will see problems, and we start to acknowledge those things like, okay, we can now build something for the next 1 or 2 years, but in 2 years, we will have some other problems. Let's build it now in a way that we can be here in 5 or 10 years, and even we hope even more. And that's something that we really have done. And everything that they say it will be done fast, that's not true. It's going to take time. Yeah. And it's always going to take more time than you expected.
Yeah, always.
And it's going to cost you more than you expected.
Every project. And the ones, like you said, I've seen some projects who went too hard without a foundation. And it always comes crumbling down. And then they screw up like 3-4 years for that time. Because if you don't do your KYC purposes or something like that in a project from the beginning, good, then at a certain point you get problems, and then it comes down crashing hard. Then you have to do all this backtracking.
Yes.
And then you have to do it the other way around, and then it's like 10 times more work. So sometimes it's never, nobody likes it, but sometimes it's better if it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And everything has been done right.
And I'm also a big believer of that, and I think the team and our partners, like you guys, are also the same. We always say, like, just fix it the good way, not the short way. Like, every time we have tried the shortcut, it was never short, because at the end, you always, it's going to be longer, or it will cost you more money or anything. But we have learned now from our lessons, and I think the way we have put things down now, like, still, the reason why I cannot give you a specific date, we were speaking about this just before, is I still don't know. Like, maybe we need to make another week longer. Maybe it's gonna be end of July, beginning of August. I don't know. But the way our team is working now behind the scenes, we're working very, very hard to make sure that it's gonna be in July. But even if it's not, 1 week extra,
it's a soft launch anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, definitely. And I think timing is very important. So also we understand this, and for us it's also very important to not lose too much time anymore, because I am a real big believer that the next bull market that we are actually going into now, in the next, let's say 12, 18 months, is going to be the huge one. Because if you see what's happening now in the world with all the good things that is actually happening to the crypto, like the Bitcoin ETFs came out. I think we didn't spoke about that when we in our last conversation. No. We were not even aware of the fact that it's going to be coming so soon.
So soon, no.
Yeah.
On one side, I've been waiting since 2017.
Yes.
But on the other side, it's like, now it was like, now it came really quick.
Yes. And I think the same thing could happen to the Ethereum ETFs.
Yeah, and then countries.
And also other countries that are now getting into Bitcoin ETFs.
Yeah,
so
at one point, if some countries are in, others cannot ignore it anymore, because...
Exactly. So it's going to be more and more accepted. I even now get calls from my, let's say, some older conservative friends, business partners. Like, they start to asking me now, like, hey, what that Bitcoin thing is still...
It's like my accountant. He's from the old money. Yes. We have been talking about Bitcoin since 2015. In the beginning, he was always like negative, and then BlackRock threw himself behind. And now he's like, oh yeah, if they do it, then that's the smartest money in the world. So then it's probably something. You know?
Exactly, and that's why I'm a big believer of timing. I think the timing that we are living now, everything falls in place for crypto. The only thing you need to do is keep your promises. Make sure that whatever you are promising, you can keep. And if things change, be honest and just tell people. Transparency is very important. And but the timing is very good. Like, if you have a good project for crypto based, like, there are happening a lot of things in Web3, these days. A lot of good companies are coming. They're making good solutions for problems that I was not even aware of we had. Like, if you're thinking about that's actually a problem, And I think that what we do is not a big problem solver, because companies like us, they were already. But again, we will only focus ourselves on the fact that we are a payment provider, and we will build a community.
Those are really important things.
Those are the most building blocks.
In all crypto projects, the ones who are the most successful are the ones with the community. Look at Ripple, look at Cardano. If they come back hard, because they still have the community. The fans, the hard believers.
Exactly. And that's also one of the reasons why I was so happy that we partnered up, because I think Crypto Gids has one of the strongest communities, especially in the Netherlands and Benelux, obviously outside of that as well. And the content and the way you guys are engaging with the community is one of the most best ways and consistent ways that I have seen. And I think if we can just copycat what you guys have done, which is not easy, we will be very successful as well with Mooguul.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100% sure.
Yeah. So again, looking forward to the launch. Looking forward to the coming months, looking forward to work more and more with you guys.
What can people do? Can they still pre-order?
Yes, pre-order is still open. We will make some small changes in the price, because one of the deals that we did in the past few months is also the price will increase a little, because we have a better deal, obviously, because all of the things that happened. There is a big competition in the market, so also we took advantage of that to actually make the prices a little less. So the pricing is going to be a little different. People can see that on the website as well, and they can. They can just exactly. Yeah. So the people who have paid too much, by the way, this is a very important thing. The people who already made pre-orders for the first price, they will get their money back. So the difference that they have paid, they can get that back as a cashback or just back in the USDT to their accounts.
Yeah.
I think most of them already have received an email, and if not, reach out. We will send you guys the instructions on how to do that.
Perfect.
But that's
a good message. Some are getting nervous already, and but as always, people have a hard time waiting.
That's also the thing. Like, I'm very happy that one thing that we didn't do is give a date.
Yeah.
We always said it's coming. We just don't know when, but it's coming.
Yeah.
And we have a very active Instagram page where all the updates come there.
Very good.
So, but one thing that we know, and one thing I also acknowledge.
The newsletter also?
The newsletter,
It's
the
very
weekly
nice.
newsletter. It's always every week. Like, our team is doing a phenomenal job with that.
Yeah, very
and
nice.
also the Instagram posts are constant.
Yeah.
Because obviously every company experience a moment of hardship. But if in that hardship, if you start to lose your the communication with your community, that's when you're doing things not the right way. We admit we have been in hard times because we need to do, and hard times is more like the way we wanted to set it up. Where do you set it up? Which country? Which jurisdiction you're going to use? How are we going to make sure that
longer than you expected?
Yes, and that takes longer than expected. And how can we make sure that we will be here in 5 years? How we can make sure that we will not get in troubles within the first 5 years or 10 years, Those things takes time. But whenever you stop communicating, whenever the communication stops, and the only way we communicate is not like that I'm calling everyone. No, they can just check our Instagram page. That's our communication. And if you stop doing that, people will think like, what happened with them?
Yeah, absolutely.
We just made a pre-order. They just made these promises. What happened with them? So that was one of the things that we said, like, listen, even if we are out of money, even if we don't have anything yet, even if we cannot make it happen in the next, I don't know how long, make sure that the communication is always on the right point and always there. Because I believe if the communication stops, that's when the questions will come. And when the questions will come, the doubt will start. And if the doubt starts before your launch, it's better not even to launch, bro.
That's true. Yeah. But you guys did a good job with that. And I think this really helps too, because people see you explaining your story, and everybody can understand. Even if they're the smallest part of entrepreneur in them, they can understand this.
Yes. But communication and transparency is a very important point, and I think
90% of crypto projects fail on that.
Yes, because the communication was not right.
They always, if everything goes right, you see it.
But like one thing I said, for all the long waiting, and actually, is it long? Okay, it's long in crypto words, but is it long of setting up a business?
No,
I don't think so. Not at all.
But because crypto has this mentality of quick money a little bit.
Yes.
Getting rich quickly. We have to get it out a little bit more, because
everybody wants... already getting out.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see that. It's already getting out.
Yeah,
because...
a little bit with the Solana meme coins, but...
Yeah. Do you believe in meme coins? Do you invest in meme coins?
No, absolutely not. No.
Not at all, right?
Yeah,
you're just like...
Not at all.
Yeah, and I always get the question like from friends, like, hey, I give you 1,000 euros. What can you do for me? I said, bro, I cannot do anything for you. No, which meme coin should I buy? I said, I don't buy any meme coins. Like, still.
No, me neither. Never. But I do find it if you follow the Telegram Open Network coin, that's a fascinating story, because actually they started in like 2017 with an ICO. I think they got like 4 billion or something, and then they started developing, got into trouble.
Yeah,
it really got delayed also, like for years and years, and now they finally came.
Yeah,
and they got like they even make games who have 200 million users. It's insane.
And that's an amazing story.
Community, community marketing.
Yes. And I think communication within the community is very important, and that's what we did. And so I'm very happy that you acknowledge that, that you agree with us that we didn't stop communicating with the community, but it's almost there. And whenever we do the soft launch, we're going to have a lot of good things for the community as well. Like we're working with brand deals, we are working with other influencers to make deals with them, in a specific way.
Like loyalty, reward kind of things.
Yes. Yeah. So we are also working on a loyalty program, that will allow people to do things whenever they are a loyal customer of the Mooguul Card. Like you can think about it the way American Express is doing it. And I always believe like it's better to copy something that's working very well.
They're doing it really good. Compared to European credit cards, they have this like.
Yeah, and I hope one day we can get on their level with what we do. But we have a very strong community in cryptos, in the crypto community, but also outside of that. So with other entrepreneurs, other business people, who can really add something in our community. We know what the community wants.
Yes, you guys are not only crypto because you're a serial entrepreneur and you have your network reaching much further than crypto.
Yeah, and one thing that we really hope to do and also hope to achieve is that more new users could come and join the crypto space. Yeah. Because now still you have, obviously there are joining still more and more people, but you also have a lot of people who have never done anything with crypto, like
teweegbrengt, like the ones they promised at the beginning.
Yeah, like they have nothing. They have not done anything with it. They want to do something, but
it's hard for them. Yeah,
it's hard for them, And one of the reasons it's hard, and that's also why the Bitcoin ETF is a success at this moment, is because investors, they don't want to buy Bitcoins through an exchange. They need to have a wallet. They need to remember your wallet.
If they're a company, they can't in USA. If they're a company, they cannot even do it. But with an ETF, they can. They can. With exposure,
Yes, and that's the reason why that's a successful thing, because the ETFs made it easy for them. It made it understandable for them. Yes. And that's also one thing we want to do with the Mooguul Card, make it understandable, because people understand already the concept of using your bank card, but they don't understand the concept of using having your crypto, going on an exchange, selling it, and the exchange starts to ask you questions. How did you buy it? Where did you get it?
For example, if you take the Bybit as a nice card, but if you take the app of Bybit, it's far too hard for 99% of people. You have this like combined trading account. You have this funding account.
Exactly.
People don't understand.
Exactly, yeah. So we are really focused on the simplicity. And I think there are still more people not in crypto than there are people in crypto.
User interface is going to be a large thing.
Yeah, so we're going to focus on those people who are not in crypto to make it easier for them whenever they are ready. And that's it, man. Like I said, very excited for the coming weeks, coming months, especially end of this year with the launch.
It's going to be nice. Yeah.
It's going to be very nice. Yes.
I think we can close with that. And I urge everybody to take a look at the project. I will post some links under the video that they can read the articles. I will update everything, write them new articles, and then they can check it out, and hopefully they will pre-order and join the community.
That's what we want, and that's what we want to see them, and everybody's more than welcome. And again, thanks for having us here, Mooguul. On behalf of my other partners, I want to thank Crypto Gids again for having us here, and looking forward for the coming weeks and coming months.
Yes.
And
it's going to be some excited months.
Yes, it's going to be, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.